Hi, my name is Tanya, and this is my video presentation assignment. My teaching strategy is storytelling, and my target audience is going to be horse owners who want to learn more on how to train their horses. I hope you enjoy the video of Olay and I teaching you how horses learn. Hi, my name is Tanya, and this is my horse Olay. We are here to teach you about how horses learn. Horses are considered prey animals and run away first and ask questions second. Communicating with them can be challenging because to them we are predators who want to eat them. But right now I think he wants to eat me. At the end of this teaching presentation, you will be able to name 2 ways that horses learn from the release of pressure and name 3 signs that a horse is relaxed and using the thinking side of their brain. Horses have 2 sides of their brain. They have a right side and a left side, and the 2 do not tend to talk to one another like they do in humans. The right side tends to be more reactive and spooky and the fight or flight, while the left side of the brain tends to be more of the thinking side of the brain. So it's really important to remember that when you have one horse, in reality you have 2. So whatever you train and teach this side of the horse, you must train and teach this side of the horse. 2 ways horses learn from the release of pressure is when you desensitize them to pressure or sensitize them to pressure. Desensitizing them to pressure is when you apply the pressure to the body part, they stop moving it, relax, and then you release the pressure. I'm going to show you an example. Back up. No, back up. Back up. Good boy. Okay, so in Texas we have these things called HEB bags. To horses, they're called horse eating bags. So I'm going to desensitize Olay to this horse eating bag. In reality, when you start this, you might see he raised up his head a little bit. I'm desensitizing him to this bag. At the same time, I am watching for any of the 1 or more signs that he's relaxing to me. He just did it. He blinked. So blinking is a sign of a horse who's relaxing to the pressure. Licking the lips is another sign. He's doing that now. You're good. Also relaxing the hind leg. Lowering their head and neck like they're looking for that piece of grass. And also inhaling and letting a big old sigh out. Those are all signs that he's relaxing to me applying the pressure. And when he does 1 or more of those things, I release the pressure, and that desensitizes him to the horse eating bag. Another way horses learn is through sensitizing to pressure. Sensitizing to pressure is when I apply the pressure, he moves his feet, and I release the pressure. I'm going to show you an example. Right now I'm going to apply the pressure. I'm going to apply it heavy with my whip or with my string here. I'm getting him to move, so now that he's moving really well, I'm going to let him go. So he goes all the way around me. And I'm going to apply pressure by looking at his back end. And as soon as he stops moving, I release the pressure. Horses are rewarded with the release of pressure, and the release of pressure enhances their learning. We don't want to release the pressure too soon. So the goal is to release the pressure at the right time, so the horses learn exactly what we're trying to teach them. We don't want to release it if they're shaking their head, they're stomping their feet, or they're not moving their feet, or they're rearing up. Because if we release the pressure when they're doing that, we've just taught them to do all the bad things that we don't want them to do. So, for me, personally, my lack of knowledge and understanding on how horses learn led to frustration, tears, and me wanting to give up on my love of horses. I believe that people come into our lives and cross our paths for a reason. And on a day that I thought my journey with Olay was over, and that I was done training, and that I was going to sell him, I met a man who was driving a wagon. I told him my story and how I was giving up and I couldn't do it anymore, I couldn't figure it out, I was very frustrated. He explained to me and taught me how horses learn. He also taught me that the more time I spent on the ground desensitizing and sensitizing Ole to pressure, the more successful we would be in the saddle. I took this new knowledge and his advice to me when I came home, and I applied it right away. Communicating and training with Ole was much easier and more enjoyable. I'm hoping that my story, our story, can help you gain the knowledge and the understanding of how horses learn, so you can apply this knowledge in your training sessions, so you and your horse can be as successful as Ole and I have been. Thank you for watching, and happy training.